yasho leyo nto uGeneral uNjiniyela in the 18 area, bringing you another episode of the GNPS. But before I tell you who's on the podcast today, let me give a quick shout out to our sponsors, our lovely friends at Irebo. As you can see, I'm sporting this nice hat, just in case you're wondering. And also, my waistcoat, looking so fresh. In fact, this is taken from the Canvas collection, which is available right now. So you can hit them up on Instagram at Irebo Creatives. Or you can check out my man Uzoro. Real name is Unati. Or you can check out Untutugo Uwez. Also on Instagram, and highlight them. Get yourself one of these. They actually said it's gonna be a limited edition, so not a lot of people are gonna be going around looking like this. Now I know fashion, or the way I know it, you don't want to walk around and have everybody wearing the same clothes as you. So yeah, shout out to Irebo Creatives. They make bags, t-shirts, yeah, and also what I'm wearing today. Otherwise, if you, I think it's on brand with Irebo, not to discredit their brand, but like they are about recycling. So I'm also recycling if I'm with thrift. In any case, I don't know why I'm explaining myself about my clothes. Moving right along, my next guest sitting across me is Canis Mjr. Welcome to the podcast, dog.
Yes, sir. Finally here.
And heard where you from. Anyways, thank you to all our returning subscribers. If you're new here, do the right thing. Subscribe, like, follow, comment, drop a comment if you have to, if you want to. But if it's work, we're just going right past it. Welcome, bro.
Finally here. It's such an honor to be here, man.
Thank you, dog.
You know, the first time I saw GNPS was in 2020. When Pesha, Oskind and them, yeah, they were just picking up with the wave. Yeah, I was like, yo.
2020, like,
it's such a fun time, eh?
No,
well,
in my mind,
not really. But I'm talking about the hip hop.
Yeah,
the hip hop is fun, but obviously life.
No. I'm just thinking about 2020. Like, it's something like we could talk about it like that. Because like if you mention those kids, and I think about where they are right now. It's like,
hey, 2 years. There's a lot that can be done in 2 years, huh?
Yeah, there's a lot.
There's a lot that can be done in 2 years.
If you're consistent.
Shout out to them, man. Shout out to Sapeshe.
Because those niggas are fucking consistent.
A lot. I used to go to school with that guy, Tabanga first.
Skin. You went to DHS as well?
I used to go to school with them. And they never used to rap. So
yeah, I remember Skin who told me it was a
like they
nigga.
I remember ball and all over, you know, and so them, you know, picking up that like that, I don't know, but in a good way though, because it's like, you know, like, whoa, okay, you know?
Yeah.
So no, shout out to them, man. Shout out to them.
Now let's talk about you, man.
Sure case.
When did this rapping thing start for you, dog?
I started rapping in, remember 8 Mile?
Yeah.
Yeah, when I watched 8 Mile.
The movie.
Yeah, the movie.
Yeah.
That's when I decided to rap.
Shit.
Yeah, so
I feel like Eminem before 8 Mile, Eminem had played a role with me wanting to rap.
Definitely.
I can say that.
Definitely. Eminem, but if it wasn't for M, I don't think I'd be rapping about. Yeah. So I've been exposed to hip hop, you know, because of my big brother.
Okay.
Yeah, my big brother Ali. Shout out. He's been playing basketball. I play basketball. He rapped. I rapped. So he was my idol. So listening to from like it's like I've been hearing hip hop, but Eminem is the one I connected to the most because of Slim Shady. You know, Slim Shady.
Yeah.
The humor, the just is very relatable at that time. So I rode that wave. But 8 Mile was like, no, man, let me write. Like 8 Mile made me write, you know.
Like when I put pen to paper.
I want to write this thing down. I want to rhyme. And I just never stopped since then. Yeah.
So now, who teaches? Does someone teach you how to rhyme, or
No,
you
it's the
just
music.
Go
it's the
from
music.
rhyming Eminem's lyrics to straight.
Biting. Like my first verse, I even remember my first verse to this day. Like I was biting a lot of Eminem, but I remember at that time.
What is it, verse?
Hey, it's too vulgar.
I see it.
On camera.
Yeah.
No. I don't speak. I'm just a ghost trapped in a beat. I'm invisible. I'm mainly getting my seed. I'm a bad killer. I'm bad like Steven Seagal. I'll knock you out like a bird called the eagle. But it's illegal. I'm in a house. Yesterday I just saw a great big mouse. This guy raps like a dog.
Hey.
He is very, very ugly. He looks like a frog.
Oh.
He's a hog. I didn't even know what a hog was at that time.
You just doing words
because it rhymed, but I was like, oh, actually a hog is a pig, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so at that time I was obsessed with just rhyming about like, I rhymed house with spouse, with and trial, whatever, house,
somehow
spouse, mouse.
If
I
we
just
take
got to
it
kick
further,
off of that,
If you take it further, like that's like a perfect match, dog. Spouse and a house.
You know what I mean?
That's
obviously at that time I'm not
spouses,
thinking that deep, but
no,
as an experienced writer now, I consider his Ndeganjalo. That's an angle because now it fits into the idea of being relevant in a song, like being consistent. The idea, but you don't rap about your grandmother. Next thing you rap about how you're the illest rapper by verse 2. How you slicing MCs, like it's just like how it fits. You're rapping about your grandmother just now, and now you can, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I love rap, man. I just love words. But my journey started in 2013, though. Like I've been rapping just for fun. But when I becoming an artist started in 2013, that's when I was like, you know what, you finna go rap. And Kendrick Lamar, funny enough, is the reason I heard Section 80 in 2011. Yeah. I was like, yo, if I were to rap, this is the kind of angle I'd go for. And then the voice in my head was like, but why aren't you? You've been doing this for 10 years. What are you waiting for? I'm like, actually, no. If 2011 at that time, I mean, AKA was out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like hip hop was looking fresher. So dreaming of being a rapper was more feasible. Like I grew up in an era where just the idea of being a rapper was like, nah, I love the art. But I ain't trying to, you know what I mean? Because, I mean, it wasn't as shiny as it is now.
Yeah.
I mean, when you see Casper Mfethu rolling with, with big body bends type, movements, then it's like how
even himself is tweeting it, that he never thought that he'd be living the way he's living.
That's crazy. So obviously now, dreaming of becoming a rapper as a South African seems more, substantial. Like, okay, go for it. If you really can.
Okay, I wanna go to Chesterville now.
Sure.
So you're balancing being in Chesterville, which is a township, and during the day you at school, DHS. Like, balance me there. Like, how do you maneuver between the two spaces? Because in my mind, it's two different environments.
I know Mkumbane. I just learned that Mkumbane actually stretches all the way to Musgrave, Sydenham town. I mean, that's how we even got people like OB in the team,
Yeah.
It's Mkumbane. This is this side of town. This is even here, like some Mkumbane,
Yeah.
It's okay. Now I forgot what I wanted to say. But no. How do I balance the two?
Yeah.
It's convenient, man. It's Chesterville. At that time it was like, it's 11 rand now to go to town. At that time it was like 7 rand 50 or something. Like it's not far. So balancing Chesterville is a very different environment. It's a very small. So
yeah, because I'm thinking now, you're a child growing up. At that time, I mean, like you said, hip hop was not something that was looked at.
Yeah.
And here you are, you're a kid that's that wants to be unique.
Also, the whole contrast of being a black kid in a white school. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. But it was never bizarre for me. It was easy to balance the two, because iningi labantu vele ngifunda nabo baselokishini yabo khona laba basemlazi olova bakomashu yabo Chesterville, there are people that went to Glenwood, for example, Glenwood High. So it's not like I was the only one. So the environment was pretty much familiar with, it's crazy because now it makes it seem like Gilani. A lot of people think Gilani. A lot of people think Gilani, but that's not the case. Actually, that's not the case. I went to DHS because of basketball. Yeah. So that's why I went there. Basketball, they took me there. So if it wasn't for basketball, I wasn't gonna be able to. In fact, by the time I got out, I was in debt. I don't even know if I should say it. My pops wasn't, because of school fees and stuff. I'm gonna tell you, I got to a point where I stopped playing because I wanted to focus more on school and blah blah blah. So obviously, then why? You know what I mean? So it's like
you're not doing what brought you here.
But it wasn't 100% food. Nakoni pasari, anyways. So there was a little bit of school fees that have to be coughed out by my parents and whatnot. It was tough, And my dad is not even working at that time. And I was like, I want to go to DHS because of basketball. I ain't basketball and cool. Yeah, so that's the story.
So now, how does this get resolved?
I don't know, actually. I don't know.
For real?
That's why my pops is mad at me and shit for being a rapper.
Right now?
Can I swear?
Yeah, you can.
That's why. Because I understand and I know honestly if it's us.
Yeah, you made this nigga pay so much money,
bro,
and when it got a rapper.
But what's worse is that at that time I was a born again Christian.
Yeah,
I still consider myself a Christian, but I'm not as disciplined about. But and so when I got to a point where by 2008, when you want to live for God, you don't even care about school anymore because it's I'm learning about the Illuminati at that time.
Shit.
The
and
wickedness
telling you the Bible
in the hip hop, the truth about hip hop. There's this pastor that
you're listening to KRS-One.
Jay-Z.
You must
about so it's like system J about young Bamba Elio mentality about. I guess that's why now I seem very crazy to people.
Yeah.
With the things I believe in, but it's whatever, man. So at that time, by the time I got a matric, man. Like I remember thinking, I'm gonna go to the mountains. I'm gonna live for God. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a preacher. I wanted to be a missionary. That was in my heart at that time. And then the results came, and then I passed. But then I saw everybody, and I'm like, no, man, I want to go to school. I can do better than this, man. I'm get diploma. Okay, man, this is not me.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden I want to go to school, but I didn't go. It's like, whatever. I'm going to rap. I got depressed and then I started rapping, yeah.
I want to go, but you said you were like a day in, day out Christian, full-on Christian.
But I was a teenager, so I was still, living like a teenager. Yeah. But I was serious about church.
Yeah. So now you're dabbling into these things that, doesn't speak so great of what you believe in at that time or you are told to believe in at that time. I just want to understand the reaction to the realization because of the information that's in front of you at that time.
The reaction of the church
the reaction to the information now that you have at your disposal. Angiti, here you are, you were a devout Christian.
Okay.
Who goes to church, serious about church, but now you're learning these other things, which is in contrast. Hey, that's a hard one because that's why I got depressed. You see, it's hard because first of all, ngumuntu omnyama. My name is White. My name is White. I'm black. I'm not a colored, Or my dad is. I think my dad is half colored, but that story is not concluded. I'm now becoming more black conscious because I watched I remember watching this documentary. Is it not Hidden? Yeah, Hidden Colors. Yeah. I watched Hidden Colors for the first time. We all go through that. Hidden Colors phase.
But it threw me off. But it inspired me at the same time. Because it's black. It's like, whoa, okay, so this is deep. But black people been around everywhere. In fact, the idea of being black is not even. It's a very modern idea. Yeah. If you think about it, because human beings are melanated.
It hasn't existed.
So
in the longest time.
That stretched me. It stretched me, and then it made me appreciate the blacker version, the blacker perspective of what I still believe in. But I never really believed that Jesus was white anyway.
Yeah.
Like I never really. But I kind of did picture him white because obviously the what we see
images.
and stuff. But I never really thought of him as a white guy.
Yeah.
I thought of him as an Arab, like But I still don't even think of him like that now because of. I thought he was black. Like I'm a Juta face, I'm a Mnyama face,
Yeah.
Yeah, like I think that's obvious now. But a lot of people are open to that kind of information. So it was tricky. It was tricky. Now I have to find myself now as a black man with a white name. Unique. But thanks to Crump and everything, it brought hip hop more in the hood because a lot of people got obsessed with Crump. So being unique now is like cool,
Yeah.
So yeah, that contrast is very difficult, man. Like that's why I'm sort of Ogamanje. I'm not even there. Like my headspace is not even there. Like
so, like what I'm understanding from what you're saying, just if I could just sum it up, is that like hip hop is the crutch that
yeah,
like gave you like that prevented you from like basically falling face down flat.
Because I mean, if I don't write, yo,
yeah.
Or like I see people who like inkinga is that he doesn't have any options,
Yeah.
At least with me, I can rap, I can go to town I can give myself a reason to get out of the hood. Well, some people don't have a reason to get out because they don't play sports, they don't do anything. So it's very difficult. It's very difficult. But yeah, hip hop definitely has been my crutch, and now because I'm not getting any younger, the need to make money off of it is becoming more pronounced. So it's even harder in that sense. But in terms of the actual skills and the production, I'm getting better. So there's hope. Yeah, there's hope.
Yeah, I see, dog. So like now you out of high school, what are the choices that you have? Because you did mention that ufuna ukufunda.
Yeah, I wanted to go to school. So this is 2011, right? I matriculated 2010. 2011, I'm out. I'm enjoying my freedom. Finally, I'm out of school. I can do whatever I want. And the freedom is dangerous.
That's where most people lose it.
Hey, that's when I fell. And that's when I started picking up other habits like smoking.
You say Ilogishla
in the sense that you wake up in the morning, you go down the road, have a morning scave.
Yeah.
From like 10 to like about 3-4.
Yeah.
And then you go up, you take a shower, ushama papisa, uyele futhi for a night session.
Yeah.
And that's like every day, literally every day. Bugi DVD, buga PlayStation, it's all over,
Yeah.
That type of lifestyle. After a while, after 6 months, it's like, okay, cool, I know 6 months. I'm going to get a job. Okay, you get a job, and then you get high even more. And then, it's just the so that's what I mean by Ilogishla Ngwenya in that sense. The system. And then you start realizing the older you get, the need to make money becomes even more pronounced. Because it's like, yo, you're not a kid anymore. So the fighting with parents, I grew up with my pops.
Yeah.
My mom, she's in Joburg. She had to leave. Shout out to her. She had to leave. I understood for why she left. So I grew up with my pops. So that relationship is very shaky because now I'm rapping like, yo, fethu ngisesikoleni fethu, hey, skip imali engaka fethu when you busy rapper la. Like thola isibani fethu ufunde. And then you sung I shag is rap take as a side hustle and see if which made sense actually. Like I really like that makes a lot of sense. I don't blame him, That makes sense.
But you know what I like about you, my dog, when you're telling your story, is that you're not bluffing yourself. You are open to publicly, because right now you're publicly admitting to your own mistakes, as far as your life is concerned. You're not putting the blame on other people. Wuti, when life wasn't going so good, why.
Short.
Type of thing, Whereas most people, they don't want to accept. It's like they look for someone to blame and say, so where can I shift this blame? They don't want to shoulder it.
Short.
How you doing? Which is I guess that's the reason why again you're sitting in front of me, and because if I go back to like a pet center, dog, like for me when I saw you on stage, it was like you rapping for the first time, dog. Like it's like you ain't done this before. How do you maintain that, or is it something that happens naturally, or at that point you were already on this vine that you're talking about? Or say, this is who I am. This is what I want to do.
How do I maintain the?
Like I want to know where does that come from? How does that come about? What I'm talking about. When I saw you on stage, it was like you've never done that before. Like, which I'm wrong.
Like I've never performed before. Or
you had performed before.
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Yes. But like when I saw you on the stage that time, even then when I look at it, it's like you're doing this for the first time.
Why did I look nervous?
No, like when someone wants to be there, like it's just like it's how I view my podcast, dog. I listen to myself and I ask myself, like, even doesn't matter how bad I think I sound, but like when I'm talking about, am I there? Am I in what I'm doing? Okay. Or am I just somewhere else? Yeah. But I'm trying to do this thing.
Okay. It's funny because last year I moved to Joburg. I moved to Joburg, and it wasn't obviously at the back of my mind because I'm a rapper. I'm like, the typical, I had 50 rand in my pocket and I went to Johannesburg with only just 50 rand in my pocket. I was picturing that in my head. It's okay. I had only just $200 in my pocket and I went to Joburg and I just went for it. But because I got a home there, like that's not the story. Like I was just going home, just trying to get a new environment, trying to get a job and just trying to start a new life. Nakona, obviously knowing that I'm rapping, but I was thinking more as just growing up as an umchita, get a job, get your ish together, and then, reapproach this music thing again. Because, like I said, I'm not getting any younger. So I'm there 2021, and hey, akulungi mfethu angisithola isibani, so sengigwinye force lo manje. I'm gwinye force, and my best friends I've been killing shit with. They're still on that wavelength. Like, they're still like, yo, I'm like, hey, lapho mfethu ngomia, but nganqena ngiwomia impela, but nginqena nje mfethu how sengingethaveni manje mfethu yabo.
Yeah.
Like, I'm done with that, you know what I mean? Like, okumnandi, like, come on, Oz. Badala futhi kunami labantu wethu. Okay, damn, this is
Hey, it ain't nothing personal, but like I understand where you're coming from.
This, man. No, I'm thinking about.
No. Listen.
But it's whatever, man. It's like this is real life.
I understand where you're coming from, because I've also been in a situation where I question my OGs, dog, and I'm like, yo, niggas
older than me, bro.
Niggas, older than me.
Yo, that hurt.
I can't be the one that's seeing that. Yo, what we're doing is fucked up, dog. Like, to be honest, okay, there's no harm in having fun, but like we could do it better than how we do it.
Like I tell Oz, look, to me, it's not that I don't want to smoke. I just want to smoke in a studio somewhere, with a bottle of whatever, Jay, like, let's work.
And you're doing something.
You know what I mean? So what's worse with them is that they are rappers, and I've been hip-hop eslanganisa in 2007, Ben Sharper, Lymphatic Tabs, all these cats, like that wavelength.
Yo.
I was on that, at Joburg, a lot of cats on that style. And I'm like, whoa, okay, this is the wave. So that's how I met these guys. And we've been talking about rap. We've been talking about hip-hop and ciphers, and let's get a mic. If it's about like access like this in studio about manje omjits abane itude they just
those niggas.
So it's like I'm like, except it's, and if I knew that mic, I used to think like a mic is like like in that 10,000 studio mics, you know what I mean? Like, if I knew that mics are like affordable, like with 1,000 rand you can get a mic, in fact, I would have you know what I mean? So that's what frustrates me even more. So December, so hit Shotgun hits me up, say this battle rap thing going on, and I'm like, yo, I'm not ready for this thing, battle rap. It's like, I know it's not really battle, it's just my performances got about the competition, blah blah. And I'm like, ish, but things cool in fact. It's like, hey, but this is what, as in to confirm about, because now I'm thinking, should I go, should I not? And I'm nervous because I'm like, I don't even have material. I haven't been recording. Lumunting record again. You know, like, you know what I mean? Like,
what am I going to say there?
You say force, you know what I mean? It's not convenient. And the studio, just you can't be pressing in time when you're in studio. You need to relax and get creative.
Dog, can I just say something?
Yeah.
It's just like any other profession. In order to be the best at it, you have to be on it every day, dog.
You know?
Like if I didn't go to my job every day, dog, I'd suck at it. Because things just move fast like that.
Sure, definitely. So I mean, at that time, like, I wasn't doing that. I wasn't consistently making music, but I was consistently writing. But because I'm in my own space now, the things I'm writing about are too personal. I'm not making happy music per se.
Yeah.
So I'm like thinking, it needs some upbeat stuff. I'm like, I know not gonna sing it's long story short. I was like, you know what, man, I've got the few gems. As personal as they are, I'm comfortable. This is where I am, and if people don't like it, it's cool. You know, I'm just doing this is my wavelength. And I did that, and that's what everything picked up again. Like that hope.
Wait,
man.
Tell me the crowd. What was the reaction?
Because there's this beat. It's called "Warning Shot," by The Alchemist.
Yeah.
He's a producer, so he got beats for days. So I downloaded one of the beats, and there's no drums. It's just a sample. It's just I think a trumpet or string, some kind of brass.
Yeah.
It's just a sample, no drums, nothing, and I'm just rapping. I'm rapping, and I'm rapping in English too to a crowd that is predominantly vernac. So I had doubts, I had a lot of doubts. It's like, say, this thing is going to actually pick up. But hey, the crowd, I was like, no, man, let me not, I'm playing too small, I'm playing too small. Maybe this, maybe this can work.
You know
so
what?
It revived my spirits. I want to
hear the verses.
Let me come back to Durban.
I want to hear those verses that shook up the crowds, dog. I want to, because because I want to prove something to you. Like, artists, like, I understand when you're alone and you're listening to this thing. Obviously, you're thinking a certain way. But, like, in a case where you as an artist, you're thinking about something that's going to make you money. Because, like, that's another thing. It's like, you must differentiate between the music that you make just because you feel some type of way, or right now you're in a space where you need to make music that's going to make you money.
That's the trick. No?
Yeah, well, so like, because you yourself at that point understand what, okay, I need music that's going to make me money, but right now this is the wavelength that I'm on. So bring in someone else to listen to this personal shit that you consider is not for us. And then hear what they say.
Yeah, no.
Just don't say anything. Don't say, hey, don't give them reason.
Not even say this is me.
just say, listen, and tell me what you think. Because then you'll get their honest opinion. And you can tell them, okay, no, I'm looking for something that's going to make me money, type of thing. Because then they'll understand how to go about picking.
Yeah, nah. Yeah, that's the trick.
Because you guys know the assignment, and so it is beforehand. It's okay. What you want to do. Yeah. Obviously, you already feel a certain way about something, but if the situation calls for shit, like it calls for something. I can do my heads.
I remember when I started, like in 20, like ngaqala ugrappa ngo 2003, and I started becoming a recording artist in 2013.
Yeah.
So obviously this is due to
10 years in between.
So I've been rapping. So I was sometimes when I'm depressed and I'm like really doubtful, like it's like say let me just get a job, Fitz, and go to school. I think Uguti, as in like I've been rapping for 10 years straight without thinking I want to be a rapper. I never wanted to be a rapper. I never wanted to be an artist. I never saw myself as an artist. I grew up in a household that believes in You know, my dad is always go to school, learn, be a lawyer, be a doctor, be a professional, and then that's
as if being an artist is just like, something you can't turn into a profession.
I remember my big brother, my idol, my big brother. He was. I used to be obsessed with drawing as a kid. And no, it's fine. But there's a point I'm trying to get to. I used to draw a lot, and my big brother was on some. Oh, I wanted to be an artist. As in, at that time, I only knew an artist to be a yeah. I was like, and I remember my brother on some. It's cool, but there's no money in that, and my dreams were shattered because my idol said it's cool, but there's no money in that. So ever since then, isn't art and creativity have always just been secondary. Go to school, get to my subjects. You don't choose drama. If I had to go back, I'd choose drama. I'd choose art. I'd choose technical drawing, but I chose physics and maths. Info and IT. I got 23% IT in first term. First time in life, I got 23% for the term. I'm like no, I don't even have a computer. Like, I don't own a personal computer at that time. And I mean, computer, I got in 2015. Yeah, I met him. It was a hand-me-down computer. So I'm like, what? And then guys should go make it. No. It's on cards. Go make it. And then physics and what else? You choose those subjects about
physics
that you
and
think
biology, maths.
From being from drama is not as heavy as being from bio or
in
physics,
society.
You know what I mean? In society. So so that was my mentality until I guess after high school and depression, looking at life. Looking at social media, your friends are progressing. What am I doing? So I started asking myself those questions. I'm like, oh, I can play ball, but what are the chances of me playing for the NBA? But I can rap. I'm like, oh, okay. AKA is rapping, and I feel like I'm better than AKA. Casper is rapping, and I feel like I'm better than Casper. But they rich. I'm like, okay, no, I dreaming of becoming a rapper in this day and age in South Africa is more,
It's something.
It's something.
It's something more.
You know what I mean? It's not just some backpack stuff. So I remember when I started with that. I feared boom bap. Like I feared being categorized as I'm just away boom bap. This is niche stuff. Because I just didn't want. I was looking at all the cats that are doing it well.
Can I tell you?
And I'm like, no, but then I ain't trying to be walking. You know what I mean? I'm trying to drive, nigga.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. So I was like, nah, boom bap is not making money. So that was the mentality, and it actually grew me, that mentality, because it stretched me. Obviously, that's when we started. I was dope artist with Celestial Mike script. At that time, it was just me, Celestial Mike, and Amp. Amp Serious.
Yeah.
And then later on, got scripty, and then we got Marcus, we got Audio Sims, and then got be movement in Java. But these niggas are predominantly trap.
Yeah.
And here I am as a boom bap. So I was always the boom bap cat, and I hated that. I hated that.
Yeah.
A script actually is in Hawaii, like in a jokey way, but like quiet, Johnson. Hey, boom bap god. I'm like, hey nigga,
obviously he calls himself the trap god.
Some nice bitches, we out here. And he just wants to be me, I'm the boom bap. Like, nigga, like chill, nigga. But anyways, so obviously the insecurities that come with that, how do I balance it out? How do I balance the main thing that makes me love hip hop, which is technical rap, I love the art.
The rapidity rap. For so many years, dog, like recently they've been telling niggas to stop rapping. I'm like, what the fuck, man?
This is why I love Kendrick.
What the fuck, dog?
This is why I love Kendrick, because he brought that balance. So to say, you can make
and all these people that come in and tell rappers to stop rapping and doing this crazy wild shit. Some of it is nice, I won't lie.
You know what I hate?
But
this thing, I'm not a conscious rapper. Don't call me conscious. Like a lot of rappers be on that saying shit like that. Like I'm proud to be conscious now. You know what I mean? It's like, dog. It's like at some point it gets to that point where it's like it's not cool to be conscious. Like to the point that rappers don't call me conscious. Like nigga, you conscious.
That's what blew up rap.
That's what hip hop is very aware. It's the more like hip hop got 16 bars. You know how what you can say with 16 bars. R&B, you get like 4 bars, and you go back to the hook.
Yeah.
And then there's
all
a
the
pre-hook because it's the musicality and
the bridge.
Yeah, you know what I mean. That matters more than what exactly you're saying. About you can just sing and make good music.
You can just play with your
but with rap, it allows
voice,
you
and
so you
it's
can
still
rap for
part of the
12
song.
minutes if you want to, and it wouldn't be weird. You can make a 12-minute song, you just busting, just rapping, and it wouldn't be a weird thing.
Dog, I remember the first time I had papoose, dog.
Oh.
I lost my mind.
I
I lost my mind.
wonder how Jay-Z feels when he listens to papoose. Yeah, I know, but yeah.
No, dog, no. Which other MC do you know who's done the alphabetical rap, dog? Like, you rap from A to Z, Z to A.
Hearing that for the first time, man. Yo.
No, that's crazy, dog. Like, that's skill, that's talent, that's intelligence.
Intelligent. And that's what appealed to me in hip hop. It's the intelligence. Because, yeah, you're listening as a kid as Biggie, Pac, Bone Thugs, and how many. The only thing that appealed to me, or the only act that appealed to me, was Eminem at that time, for obvious reasons. I'm a kid. I mean, it's Slim Shady, you know. But I heard Cannabis. Mike came with at that time, ECD.
Dog.
With like MP3 nje. Well, you got it from Buddha Blast. Remember Buddha Blast? Yeah. I got it from Buddha Blast. ECD with all like the underground, like your Immortal Techniques, your Cannabis. And I'm like, yo, people actually rap like this? Yeah, but like that was my reaction. Like, yo, this guy sounds like a science textbook, but like in rap form, you know? Like I didn't think and that's what I felt at home. I was like, no, I can fucks with this. Well, yeah, Biggie, Pac, Nas and them, they're nice, you know, but it's that underground. It's that talk about spaceships and bring it back on Earth too. Like still make it relatable type of rap.
A nigga that's gonna tell you about the periodic table,
you know
dog.
what I mean? You spit into a nigga that can spit molecules with subatomic particles strong enough to stop a bull. Like particles stop a bull. Like that is beautiful, man. You know. You know, so as a kid, that was my obsession, and I did it for fun. And bringing me back to that point now is how for 10 years straight I've maintained that purity because I didn't have any ulterior motive. Yoguti, I want to be a rapper. I was just doing it because I love it. So that 10 years experience of doing it out of sheer purity, just the purity of just the art itself, it keeps me authentic in my music. So that's how I balance it out. That's how I get to, even though I haven't performed the whole of 2021, since we'll perform with Rap Effects, but I'm killing it. It's that. I'm scared, I'm nervous, because I haven't performed in a while. I'm rusty. But I know that I have something to say about, and because I'm practicing and whatnot. I haven't even recorded these songs that I'm performing. You know.
Damn.
So it's like, yeah, it was tricky for me, but I pushed, man. I had gained weight. I was literally down, man. I pushed. And here I am, you know, like I'm in the GNPS podcast. If it's a big you know, so that's pretty cool, dog. It's
and then you said you'd gain weight. How do you lose the weight?
I went to play, like, coming back to Chesterville, because the basketball court, which actually answers the whole, how do you even balance the whole thing. Like I played basketball as a kid, which protected me from a lot of ish. Like as a basketball, I was passionate about basketball and one that really, because my big brother played basketball, so I played basketball. But the end one, Mike G actually came with a tape. My manager, he came with a cassette at that time, 2003. Yeah, he came with a cassette tape of End One. Hot Sauce Volume, the first season 1.
Yeah,
I was like, yo, okay, basketball is taking a different turn now. I'm like, yo, I got this strike. I got game for 30 rand in Poland. Remember those cheap basketballs? I went with my best friend at that time, Unzwana. Shout out to Unzwana. We went to a court and we started balling. As just two kids in Lali Basketball Lokshin, I'm the only one doing that. Besides my brother and just the older generation of a few cats who play ball. But and then that's when Intwana started being attracted. Except it's also shoot it ball, and it's addictive because everybody wants to see if I can actually put it. Shoot that ball. So next thing how got developed coach uMadoda he wanted to coach Intwana vele at that time, and he had talked to me prior uthi saying Intwana, and at that time I was like how kanjani, because I'm just a kid like who would want to play ball with me, you know. Kanti how you know how the universe just ends up how kwahlangana squad how this is how I met Celestial Mike 2004 kwahlangana how Smiso, that's when we started balling together, how Juba, how Tando, how Intwana, and we just kept playing basketball. That protected us from a lot of action, now that I think about it. And we rapping, now we are rapper fates. Smiso was actually the first rapper I've ever met outside of myself. Like as a kid, I thought I was the only one rapping.
Yeah.
You know?
Like amongst your peers.
In fact, who was rapping?
Shit, I knew I knew we should have mic'd up with Mike G.
You know, Smiso was like the only rapper. Like there was rappers in Chesterville at that time. It was just me and Smiso as in the younger generation.
Yeah.
In the older generation, Mike G, Nage, and my big brother. Yeah. Who else? Sky Wanda. Yeah, Sky Wanda. Mike G. Who else in Chesterville? But it's mainly Mike G and Sky Wanda who are like sort of doing things. Well, my big brother, not so much, but he was a rapper, just wasn't really involved in the music, etc. But so I grew up from that, and then now I forgot the original.
How you lost the weight.
Somewhere. Oh, how I lost the weight. Yeah, basketball. So basketball, I started playing ball more, and I guess so. Like I lost a bit of weight actually. I was looking at myself in the mirror. I'm like, not bad, man. Not bad. Not bad. There's a lot of work to do, but
And then like you mentioned that you were depressed. How are you working through that? Or
it's the rap, man.
Yeah,
it's the rap.
I mean, right now, like, where is it at?
The thing was with
me, were you clinically diagnosed,
no.
or
that's the thing? Yeah, with me, Umanje, sometimes when you believe you're a strong personality, it can get dangerous. I now see that the need to address certain things, like trauma is a very it's a big subject now. People are becoming more and more aware of things like depression and the fact that I remember reading an article go Facebook. It's every adult you meet, 99% is going through some level of trauma, that they're dealing with, and so it's underneath. So obviously, looking at a lot of people that are close to me that have been and then how it's trauma, it's depression, it's easy that we don't deal with. So I see the importance to actually, at some point, it's expensive. That's the only thing that puts me off. But it's worth it, man. It's your life. So what's coughing out 1,000 rand for an hour of real talk? What's that? It's worth it.
Yeah, but you seem like you do it all the time, dog. Because you honest and upfront. Like
I think
like
that's
a lot.
You're not approaching I'm left. It's because music. Sometimes I get too honest, and then I was posting something on Facebook and I'm like, nah, I overshare a lot. I hate it sometimes.
You censor yourself.
I'm like, but lately I'm like, no, but then I spoke this with conviction, so let it do its thing, If people don't like it, it's cool, but like it's real. This is I honestly express myself.
Leave it for the music.
Leave it for the most part, for the most part.
Like for me, like there's so much I could say on Twitter.
Yeah.
But like I feel like on Twitter it'll get misconstrued. So
I
just hope I can remember it when I'm here.
Yeah, me on Twitter. It's just I don't like the format, and
it's too much.
Yeah,
it's too much.
Too clouty. It's too But Facebook, it feels more personalized than like Dear Diary type vibes.
Yeah. It's got that old schoolness. I asked you to kick that verse that moved the crowd, dog. If you still remember it.
I need water.
Okay, yeah. Let me because they ain't paying me.
That's a good one.
Can't be giving these niggas free promo. They already got my money. Imagine if I give them free promo on top of it. Huh?
Showcase, man.
Yeah.
The verse is
Agua.
you want the my very first performance.
Yeah. The one that moved the crowd. And let's put
I was
niggas
on
on notice.
I was on some. I hope I can remember it.
Yeah.
Busy surfing on the net to improve myself. Working on a bet. I made two myself. Yearning for a fresh start from the bottom beyond the surface of the threat that keeps me in bondage. Fear. This year is my year. But I said next year is my year because, I mean, it was December then. Anyways, despite the political climate of despair, I fight through this lyrical rhyming so I can hear clearly. Hear ye, I got great. Hear ye, I got great tidings. In the midst of this noise, I found great silence. For the kids don't got toys, I got great science. Here to build, not destroy. My mind hates violence. Yes, we can. That's the positive energy. That's the God is within me. I just hopped in a synergy that unlocked the kid in me. Now I'm rocking vividly like petroglyphs. I hope my pops is feeling me, huh? But he probably not, because literally what matters more to him is money and not my peace of mind. Is not of a feeble mind, and his heart is guillotine, cutthroat. So I got to spit this thing. Do it for the release, not just for the bars, though they sweet like treats. Trick up my sleeves, dick up my jeans. Pop rules is cripple like nah.
Hey.
Shout out to the original Superman. Niggas looking at me like I don't know how you do this thing. How I put it together. I was the slave to the cadence and the verbal aesthetic till I traded in to make sense. Now I got both. Started with faith and hope. Bottle of spades, the flow. Carter would hate to know a lot of this greatness shows. Truly, when you allow God to just take control, the case is closed. The greatness of souls don't think alike. If the interface is my goal, then you're gon' bring a mic. I'm innovative with prose. Your poems hit 'em nice.
Yo.
I insulated with foam with a spoken device.
Hey.
Pregnant pause. I aborted my second thoughts. I supported the rebels' cause.
Okay. Fuck it. All right.
Yeah, man.
Yo, pause.
Yeah, so picture that on a drumless beat.
Second thought.
Yeah.
I aborted my thoughts.
I aborted my second thoughts. I supported the rebels' cause when the war was on heaven's daughter. The carbon copy POC ain't PC. The mouse spoke through the firewalls to eat cheese. The rats looked out the windows to see me. Free like MP3s on CDs.
Oh.
It's deep like what MTV won't release. Rather bitches than queens, rather niggas than kings. While the preacher man on God TV has 3 Jeeps. Jeez Louise, this gives me the creeps like that which crawls that feeds on that which bleeds. Give me a sandwich, please. And then I give her a lap. Yeah, man.
Exe, my dog. You think of this shit and you're depressed.
Yeah, I was on that vibe. But like, imagine, hey, I was depressed, but it's not like I was wearing my depression.
No.
But
I
hear you.
I understand, dog. Like,
it wasn't that bad.
it's just amazing,
that,
Wuti. Like, in a time where you consider a low in your life, you could still create such brilliance, dog.
Yeah,
even
man.
past its moment, it could still. You're not lying. For me, you're not lying if you say that moved the crowd, because I'm moved, dog.
Shout out.
Yo.
And the crowd reaction was like, yo, imagine now how many people with the capacity there.
Now, how you feeling? Like, because, I mean, you are here. And
I feel better.
like,
I feel better, even better now. I mean, you know, like even just developing a relationship with Mike G, how we working together now, like it just feels like it's right on time, you know?
Yeah.
Like it feels like it's falling in place, and all I gotta do is just rap. Just close your eyes and just rap.
Ish. Dog, like, for me, like, you mature now. Like, you're no longer a kid, dog.
Sure.
Like, as long as you have a plan to this thing, dog, because I don't think you don't sound like, and you don't seem like right now you're about to be swallowed up by anything other than your work.
Sure.
You know, so just as long as you have a plan, dog, shit's gonna work out, dog.
Yeah,
Just
man.
be patient and stick to the plan.
Shout out, blessings.
Because, like, don't be afraid. Don't, like, that's why I was, like, saying what people telling people not to rap. You're rapping too much.
You
Or
rhyme too much. Like, what does that mean?
You the
Hey, man,
you the conscious rapper. You the
guys almost me. So like, don't say. As you heard a bunch of girls are like, "Hey, you're rapper. Hey, Ramaga cool."
dog. That means that those people
What's
are
the point?
stupid. No, like
you know what I mean?
you're stupid, dog. Like it just means you're stupid. Like because when I just say no, when you just listen to music to hear sounds.
Yeah.
Some of us listen
not
to
for
yes. Some of us there's only some people only. It's not everyone who's going to consume the music kwakho ngendlela wena ofuna ngayo. Futhi even those that you think consume it the way that you want them to, they actually don't.
It's funny because when I make a radio friendly song, people are like, hey, that's nice, but play that song about you when you're rapping about your mama. Like they want that type of wavelength. I'm like it's a fresh song, like like you keep crying about. Come on, like I gave you a fresh song that's radio friendly. It's you can play it in the club.
Like
but people resonate more to the personal stuff with me.
We want to hear about you. So what's going on about you, dog?
But I want to make money, so how do I
give us that shit, dog? Like,
but shout out to Kendrick, man.
You now have a mic G, dog.
Shout.
Yeah, and shout out to Kendrick for taking back that number one spot, dog.
Because I was just saying, like, how's the beat? It's groovy. Like, there's a song. Is it Mr. Morale?
Yeah.
No. There's another one that's groovy, but he's rapping like some conscious shit. But like it makes you want to dance, But he's like, yo, did you just like you feel guilty? Like you want to put that beer down and be like, yo, this nigga's spitting. So you know what I mean? Like
I gotta
conscious.
give this my
it's
ear.
Like unapologetically conscious, but it's groovy. That's what I love. That's why I decided to rap, because I was like, yo, if you can do that, because I'm like I'm just as satisfied listening to.
Can I tell you something, dog? Literally, guys like you, dog. There's no beat that you could be off key on.
Shot, definitely.
You can I can give you. We could just play the piano. We could just play the guitar. We could just play drums only. You will find a way to
match it.
To put your words on that.
Shot.
Because that's what you are. It's like about dog. Pro Kid, dog, is one of my favorite South African rappers, dog.
Hey, man.
Like, cause then here's something I want to implore you to do. Like, even on the freestyle, dog, when you're rap in English and then you're just for a second just
Tassi.
It
was funny
because that's what you're
doing.
doing.
I only started doing that when after Izulu Sapeshe.
Dog.
Because I was heavy on that wave. So I was like, hey, I wrote my first verse. Like, I've never written like a verse fully in vernacular. Fully. Like, I wrote my first verse after listening to Zulu
You'd be
Sapeshe.
shocked what you can do.
Like, yo, actually, this is actually, I can, it sounds good. Because normally, because of the way I speak, I'm more fluent in English than I am in Zulu, which is crazy, yeah?
No,
but
let me, you did not become fluent in English overnight, or just you were born this way. You learned it.
Yeah.
So same thing with the vernacular.
Short.
Whatever you write, as long as you can write it, and then practicing. It's
doable. Besides, I mean, good Zulu.
So either way,
so I can tap into that.
Yes.
Why? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it feels more natural now. Yeah, but that's why I like Okay Malum Coquettes. First time I heard Okay Malum Coquettes, he gave me that. Like, yo, this is rap yaselokishini. Exactly. Because normally, like your Zulu boys and your Zagwes, it's rap yaselokishini, but yamazulu
yes, Zulu, that's proper.
But yena usithathe lesa sase like ikasitali ngempela, like yaselokishini. Like that's how we normally speak. Like it's not overly, it's not sophisticated. It's just
like to hear Ungai Tonsis on a track. Like say about you know what's up, love.
Short.
You know what's up. Like even if
and also it gives that people that closure. Oh, Because there's some of my music that people think I know. I thought I also orkan.
It's just like every time, yeah. Ngikuthathile ngakisa orkan, but yeah.
Sure.
It's just like raising that flag.
Yeah,
It's
that's
actually
yeah, definitely. I'm yeah, I do. I'm
you
open
also,
more to that more.
and to a foreign ear, you're commanding attention because it's like, hey, this nigga sounded like he's from LA, but now for a second,
like,
what the hell was he saying there?
Zulu man with some power, you know.
You understand?
Sure.
Like you never shy away to lean from that. To lean on that.
Yeah, definitely.
So just now, as we come to the tail of this, what are the plans, if we are privy to know, for Canis, so that when you come back here on this platform, because that's what's going to happen. Once you've been here, you know, it's home.
Shout out.
So once you come back here, things
shout out,
that
Pops.
things that we gonna talk about and say, okay, last time we were here, I said I'm gonna do this, and I went out, I did that, managed to do that as well, you know.
I was taking a shower. Taking a shower actually, and I thought of telling I actually forgot. I was like, I thought exactly. I wouldn't know, and I thought, what is the purpose though? Like, what's okay? Fine, we're coming together. That's finally, you know. So basically, me and Mike G are starting a relationship of like an artist-manager relationship. So he's managing me. So we both hitting onto it, and like, so I've been doing a lot of research, and so we're sharing information, and you know, we really just want to take it from the ground up. So I was thinking, what is the purpose about? Like, what is it that I like? What's the direction about? And I was like, I want to be signed to PG Lang, you know, because I looked at wiki. Like I was looking at the wiki album, and I was like, oh, hey, PG Lang. I was like, hey, if it's as Interscope, no matter, they'll never let you go fully. They'll always want to benefit from, So it's PG Lang. It's TDE. It's Aftermath, it's Interscope, Universal. I'm like, hey, so I'm looking at that. I'm like, okay, at least though PG Lang is it's a recognized entity now. But I'm like, okay, and this I've seen a little bit of what they've in terms of my ads, and I'm a reviews, and I'm like, okay, I like this wavelength, and I feel like I could belong here. So why not make that an intention, that I want to be signed to PG Lang. Yeah, so I definitely want to be international, man. I want to,
global.
Like, I want to be global, man. I want to go to Germany, like buy Lonster, go to Colors. You know what I mean? I wanna. You know what I mean? I just want to do ish overseas, man. You know, like just get out of the hood, get out of the country, go to Cape Town. I've never been to Cape Town in my life. You know.
Yeah.
I wanna do shows there. You know. So there's a lot. There's a lot.
There's a nigga from Cape Town that I like as well. He's also in your wavelength.
Yeah.
It goes by the name of Sipho the Gift.
Oh, hey, Sipho the Gift is nice.
Hey,
he's nice.
He's nice.
Funny enough, by Lanster, there's a song they did together on one of his EPs, on one of his projects a while ago. Yeah, Sipho the Gift is dope.
Yeah.
It's really dope.
I'd love to hear a feature between Canis, Sipho the Gift.
That would be really dope. That would be really
dope.
Yeah,
there's another nigga that Rez Prof. I don't know if you know him.
Rez Prof. Yeah. And Rez Prof has been around actually, like he's an OG,
Yeah.
Yeah, Rez Prof is yo. Ish, I'm giving me goosebumps. What's that nigga? Ish, I wish I could. He's a very different person. Yeah, he's he's got a lot of stuff. Cause like I remember watching there's this other. I think when I subscribed to one of his YouTube channels, but it seems chilled right now. But like he released a couple, I think 8 episodes of just like documenting his life personally, Jabo.
Yeah.
And he was on he made a whole album.
Shit, there's a docu.
Yeah, like he just documenting. Yeah, we should check it out. Rez Prof.
I'm
like
go check it out, dog.
But
I've been clinging on to the last 2 projects, dog.
That's the thing. Like I don't even know those last 2 projects. Because
they dropped them back to back, dog. And
when's his latest project?
In 2018, 19.
Is it?
Yeah.
I should check it out.
Just before the pandemic.
I should check it out because when I checked it out, I think it was just at the beginning of the pandemic. But I remember him saying, I was working on an album. I was working on an album and then I scratched it. Why mix on I package it? And then he just like, nah. Because it was, I guess, I don't know, whatever he was going through. But I'm like, damn, you know, is just, I don't know. He belongs to the industry. He needs to.
Those are all the cats that I want. Like, I wish they could come back just like you, dog. Like, and just come out and and just be like, we out here because we got niggas saying they're the best rappers in Africa. Hey, I love Reese,
and I can feel it in I can feel it in my spirit that this is that wave. We've entered that wave of people wanting that raw grassroots. I don't like using the phrase real hip hop.
No, say it, dog. Like say it. That's the platform, dog.
I don't like saying
I'll
that.
say it for you. Real hip hop, dog. Like real hip hop, dog. Like you can't call yourself a rapper if you can't rap. I don't care. Yeah. You can put out records where you're singing and being.
But rap, fundamentally, the fundamental thing is
if you
rap.
Go around saying to people, "Hey, nah, you rap," and you can't rap, that's a disgrace, dog. Like
it is,
Dog, I didn't have to beg you or push you to rap on this platform. Hey, we all got our prerogatives.
Now that you say that, I'm reminded of these cats. I remember when it was in Santon, like years ago, like 2007. So I you know how Joburg cats are just hustling, like they just got the hustler energy. Like it was a group. It reminds me of Niche Fam for some reason. Like, a bunch of cats at that time. This was before trap even. Like, but like they fresh. So they're like on the Deleuze type vibe.
Yeah.
And they're selling their mixtapes. So I'm like, okay, you can rap. Okay, I want to buy a mixtape, but I want to hear a verse. I'm like, rap for me.
Yeah.
I'm sizing him up. Rap for me. This is like I was probably 16 at that time. These niggas are probably at my age or maybe older. And they pushing. They've got a CD out with a sleeve. And 2007 at that time, like, you were serious when you doing shit like that in 2007, you know. So I'm like, rap. I'm just like, nah, man, It's like, nigga, I'm like, rap. Tape, like, but I can't just buy it because I don't know you.
Yeah.
This
is an opportunity to convince me to pull out my money.
Trying to be professional, vibe. I'm like, hey. So hey, niggas need to rap, man.
Yeah.
Please.
Are we getting a project anytime soon?
Definitely. I'm planning on dropping on my birthday, July 22.
Sure. Whack rappers. Did you hear that?
So that's what
phony rappers, phony ass rappers. Did you hear that? The rappers are dropping this year.
I remember listening to on radio. And this cat was like, I'm not a rapper, I'm a trapper. And he was a kid, like he was serious. Like a very big radio station is like, I'm not a rapper, I'm a trapper. Like he spoke with conviction.
We could go on about that the whole day.
Like, kids these days is uncultured, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but hey.
So you said run about July.
Yeah, July.
How many joins?
I'm not sure for now, but Ogamanja, I've got 13 in the bag, but I want to reduce it actually. I want to make it 10 songs or 9. But 13.
Obviously,
13 or 14. I could.
Since Mike G is taking care of everything else, I'm presuming videos.
Oh man, yeah. Well, shout out to Mike G with the Cypher video, man. Yeah, well, hey, Linda we Cypher,
Too much.
That's a music video, but it's not just some Cypher. It's just some freestyle. About the way he approached it, shot through a phone.
But that's announcing you to other rappers out there that might. It's like say putting niggas on notice. I'm out here,
and that's crazy
which is something else that was Kindi, like that's a huge advantage. That was a huge advantage for him,
definitely,
because all of his work, like it came with clean visuals.
Pack the whole thing, even if it's just one song, radio edit, separates, the beats, video, what else? J. Behind the scenes footage, content, definitely. And like being seen is very important. And it's only now that I've never been confident. I've never been a very going live type of guy. But I'm realizing the importance of doing that, you know.
But remember, with the people on your page, they there for you.
Sure.
So when you go live, it's somebody that wants to see you.
Yeah.
So they're not there saying, who's this judging you? You know, they're there for you.
Hey, imagine me like, hey, I need to get away from Facebook. If I want to do that, I think I need to get away from Facebook.
Yeah.
Because if Facebook, I get too comfortable. So I end up saying things that would be considered not on brand, or it's not necessary because of your audience, whatever.
No, but at the end of the day, remember, you define your
but
brand.
I'm that type of a person. I don't believe in me being media trained.
Yeah.
I am anti.
So then
media,
like.
But obviously, I'm aware that just like how we did there
Yeah.
are certain things that you need to be aware of in media.
Yeah.
You know, as far as publicity and whatnot.
Absolutely.
You know, some things are not politically correct, or some things
But like what I'm saying with Wayne, you gotta remember at all times who's Canis.
Sure.
What is Canis? Yeah, well, so if Canis you say is somebody that you know that's upfront.
Canis is a tree hugger, a flat earther.
Oh. For real?
I believe the earth is flat.
For real?
Yeah, for real.
Shit. No, let's
I'm not a tree hugger though.
Let's end this because of accusation.
I wrote a rap such lala that I'm tempted to perform tomorrow. But so one.
Hey, anything else you want to add in closing, my dog?
I'm dropping. The project is going to be called Nostalgia 2.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Nostalgia Part 2. If not, it's going to be called Ode, like Ode to Self.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't want to say Ode to Self. I thought Ode is just cool.
Oh, yeah.
At Yes We Canis on all platforms.
Yeah.
Yes We Canis, like the Obama campaign. Yes We Can. Yeah, just Yes We Canis.
That's
all platforms. Showcase.
Okay, we at the end of the show. Thank you for staying with us. Thank you for tuning in. Shout out to Canis Mjr. Shout out to Mike G for putting this together. Siyabonga. If you're a subscriber, you've subscribed already. Thank you. Siyabonga. Thank you for sticking around to the end of the episode. Siyabonga. We appreciate it. We appreciate the support. Once again, before we go too far, we can't close the show without thanking our sponsors. Shout out to Irebo, who make the lovely hat that I'm wearing and my waistcoat. You can also get one. Just get in touch with them via Instagram. Yes, sir. They are from Enanda. So let's support local business. That's what it's about. And they're running a great initiative, which is a recycling initiative. So they basically deal with sustainable fashion. So they make fashion out of things that would naturally be thrown away. It doesn't mean that it's not good quality clothing. It is, as you can see, generally it's rocking it. So thank you to Irebo Siyabonga, and thank you to you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for supporting the channel. Siyabonga. Without you, we are nobodies. Nobody cares. Do tune in next time. You can check out all our previous episodes if you haven't. Trust me, they are as good as this one. If you're new here, I hope you've subscribed by now. But if you're not subscribed, yeah, what a shame. But yeah, just drop us a like, drop a comment telling us why you don't like the show. Siyabo. Peace in KZN.